Hello Physical Fiends, it is Jordan here with a video I've kind of made before, but I feel it's worth revisiting to tighten up the information, include new details. I'll talk about why I wasn't happy with the previous videos at the end, if you're interested in that, and you need to hear my excuse about why I'm regurgitating information. But first, the actual information about the Atelier Ryza DX Trilogy. This is releasing next week on November 13th. It's a bit of a controversial release, but there's definitely a lot of interest around it. And this is Physical Paradise, so there is a lot of interest in a physical release. Well, firstly, there is no physical release in the West, none whatsoever. It is digital only in North America and Europe for PS4, PS5, Switch, Switch 2, and Steam. However, there are physical releases out there that may be a great option for us physical fiends. It is a little bit complicated, so bear with me. Let's start with PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. In Japan, there are individual physical releases for each of the 3 games, and they will have English language as an option. And from now on, whenever I say that, what I mean is that all of the text and the subtitles will be in English. There is no English voice acting, okay? Let's face it though, most people will be ordering all 3. And if you want to do that, in Japan, there is also a triple pack collector's edition. This includes a cloth poster, a variety adventurers book, a recollection CD, which I'm guessing is a best of soundtrack selection thing, and also includes Ryza ASMR, which will probably be more soothing now that you don't actually know what she's actually saying, because it'll be in Japanese. Oddly enough, this little collector's edition thing, the goodies included, you can buy those separately without the games if you want, which may be an option for those who already own the base games and don't fancy upgrading, or for this alternative option for PlayStation 5 specifically, because in Singapore, there is a triple pack bundle that has all 3 games together in one box set. And all the covers for these 3 individual games will have English on the covers rather than Japanese, which I think is a more interesting option, especially to us English speakers who like to have English physicals on their shelves. It doesn't come in a collector's edition, but like I said, you can buy those collector's edition goodies separately if you really want them. Now, what about the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2? Well, there's good news and there is bad news. Let's start with the bad news. You are adopted. Oh wait, that's from my Christmas voicemail to my cousin. The bad news is that there is no Nintendo Switch 2 physical release. At all, not even a game key. Nintendo Switch fares better. Now, there are individual physical releases in Japan, however, unlike the PlayStation versions, these Switch versions do not have English. They are Japanese language only, so do not go for that option unless you actually understand Japanese. However, Singapore is coming to the rescue once again because there is a triple pack of all 3 games in one box set. The covers will be in English and the games will play in English. This box set is the only way to get these Ryza DX games physically on your Switch in English. There's no collector's edition, but again, you can buy those goodies separately if you want to. To be clear, one of the biggest unanswered questions up until now was what form is the Switch English physical release? Would it be like the previous Asian releases with 3 games on 1 cartridge? That was always my guess. I mean, it makes sense. The games can fit onto 1 cartridge. I've done the maths. However, it turns out my guess was wrong. They are going against their normal modus operandi and are doing 3 separate cases in 1 box. I guess there is still a chance that despite having 3 cases, there may only be 1 cartridge in there. I mean, maybe they think it would be like a nice display thing. It's possible, but that would make this release like extra levels of weird, even more than it already is. So it's probably 3 cartridges. Now this is important, okay? With the Switch physical release, while I am sure the games will play better while plugged into your Nintendo Switch 2, there is no proper upgrade for the Switch 2 version. The Switch and the Switch 2 are completely separate from one another. You can see this on the eShop. You either buy the Switch version or the Switch 2 version, and you can live with that choice for the rest of your life. Hopefully your kids won't laugh at you on your deathbed. According to Koei, the only real difference is improved graphics on Nintendo Switch 2, and personally, I would rather have a proper physical release than slightly better graphics. How about you? If you want to purchase any of these physical releases that have English, I have listed them all down below in the description and pinned comment. Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, the collector's editions, the extra goodies, they are all listed there, and any purchase made via those links massively helps support me and this channel in the best way possible. I do truly thank you ever so much. And if you purchase from VGP, you can get free worldwide shipping on the Switch Triple Pack and the collector's editions, and even the individual PlayStation releases if you go over the $54 American free shipping threshold. If you purchase from my Play Asia links, then you can get 5% off if you use my code Jordan2025, after clicking my link though. Now I'm going to quickly go over into what these DX games include, what makes them different from the original releases. Well, improved graphics, they include all the DLC from the original releases, free and paid, and yes, it does include the swimsuits. I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't banned them already. They've made the combat incredibly customizable. There are loads of quality of life features like bigger baskets for ingredients, improved Spirit Beast function. There's also a lot of new content. Each game has more playable characters and new story segments to include them. Side stories, epilogues to flesh out these 3 massive JRPGs even more. Like if you're just playing casually, you're looking at more than 100 hours of story content. And if you're a completionist, well, be careful with that charity money, but also you're perhaps looking at around 300 hours in total, which is all kinds of insane. Sadly, if you own these games already in their non-DX forms, your save data will not be compatible with this new one. They are considered separate applications, and you will have to start from the beginning. And yes, that also means if you own these already in their non-DX forms, you cannot purchase any kind of upgrade to get the DX content. If you want the DX content, you have to buy the full DX versions. That's where the controversy is, and I understand it. However, look, let's face it, sell your non-DX versions, then you will have enough money to buy this triple pack. It's only $90, like it's $30 per game. You might end up with some extra change at the end of it. Is it ideal? No, but it's not the end of the world. All the games are linked below in the description and pinned comment. Have you found this information useful? If you have, and you're new here, do yourself a favor, press that subscribe button, okay? Not only will it be the best thing you do today because you'll get all the physical video game information you'll ever need right into your eyeballs, but it'll also be sending a message, okay? The bigger this channel is, the more publishers will pay attention to the demand for physical media. It's what we want, and it is gonna work, I promise you, okay? Subscribe, make a difference. So, why did I decide to make this 3rd video on this very subject? Well, if you watch the previous 2 videos I did, you will know that they were made very quickly between each other. At one point, there were lots and lots of questions about a potential Ryza DX English physical release. And some information was out there, but not all of it. And I initially put off making a video until I was really happy we had all the information, but I kept getting so many questions from people that eventually I just bit the bullet and decided, what the hell, I'll make a video about it. I can follow it up at a later date. And that was mainly detailing the PlayStation release. However, within 12 hours of that video going out, the Switch physical information came out, almost as though I summoned it into existence. You're welcome. And so I had to make a quick follow-up video the next day. Because this is YouTube, and it is a platform that has a mischievous algorithm, half the people who saw one video did not see the other video. And I've had lots and lots of comments on each of these videos asking me for an update. You'd think YouTube would show them the sister video immediately, right into their pupils, but apparently not. YouTube prefers my viewers to think I've left them hanging dry. Also, during those 2 days, I was pretty unwell. I mean, that's putting it mildly, especially with the second video. I was having fevers all day, even when I crawled out of bed to narrate the damn video. I was very unwell, and I probably wasn't as coherent as I probably could be. And yes, I realize it's quite funny that when I'm making this third video, I am also slightly unwell, but this is just a bad cold, okay? I'm not hallucinating pink elephants anymore. Plus, for this video, there has been some slightly more updated information, so now it's even more complete, and it's all together in one video, hopefully the definitive information about this physical fiasco. I hope it was useful. If it was, subscribe. If you want to support me, purchase the game with the links down below. I really do appreciate that, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care.